So students, this is the next part in the series of the previous lecture. In this we will come to the actual section that is in our module 2, that is successive quadratic estimation, and this method will use that quadratic approximation method, and the formula you just saw in the previous lecture, that a1 a2 and x optimum or minimum. X optimum is actually x minimum, and this is the question: find the minimum of function this, the same function we are taking, and start with the initial point x1 and take step size. In this, what we will do, that we will repeat the process. That's why the name successive. In the previous lecture we did it only for one time, but now we will repeat that same process, and for the repetition you need to jump to 1, actually this duration or this size. And the error, when you will stop doing that, when your error reduces less than 0.001, you can make it 10 to the power minus 6 even, if you want more precise result. So this way we start iteration 1. In this our initial point is x1 is equal to 1, and the next point we will take x2 is equal to 1 plus delta x, that is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So in the axis you will see that this is your point 1, this is point 2, x1 and x2. So where now we should take the point x3. There are two points. It can be x3 here also, or you can take x3 here also. So which point you should decide. So we will see that thing now. Actually, for this purpose you find value of function at these points. So at this point, value of function f1 is, if you will calculate, it is 11, and at x2 you will calculate, it will be 9. So if you will see this on the graph, this is 11 and this is 9. So you see the trend like this, that is your function is falling like this. So you can say that the minimum cannot be here, so no question of taking this point x3. We will take this point x3. So step size is 1, so naturally this point will be x3 will be x2 plus step size 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So this way we decide 3 points, x1, x2 and x3. This is the idea where to take x3 point. And now we will calculate the value of function at x3 also, and when you will calculate it, you will find that it is 12.333. So on the graph, if you will see this, you will find that this point is coming here. So you can say that the minimum is this. Out of these 3 points, now you have to decide the minimum, that is this point is the minimum. So you write this point like this, x minimum is equal to 2 and f minimum is equal to 9. So in the first iteration you need to do this, you have to decide which is the minimum point, and after then what you will do, you will apply the quadratic approximation on these points. That is the main point to understand here. If you will apply the quadratic approximation on these points, means the same points you have to take x2, x3, 1, 2, 3, same points are these, and the same values of function will be there, that is f1 will be 11, f2 will be 9 and f3 will be 12.33. So when you will put these values in these equations, a1, because they need x1, x2, f1, f2 and a2, they need f1, f3, all these things, and then you will put these values here in this equation. So you will get something like this, that a1 you will get minus 2, a2 is equal to, you will get and out of this x minimum you will get means this thing, this optimum means this is minimum in this case. X minimum if you will calculate, you will find, in the previous lecture we have done this, and when you will put this x minimum in the fx function, this here in this function x minimum you will put, so you will get x minimum to be 8.8489, and I am writing here the word q this way to distinguish it from this value, because here also we are writing x minimum the same parameter. So to separate these parameters from those, I am writing q, and q is for quadratic approximation. Now we will find out the error, because we can say that this method is giving you this, the value this 8.84, and our manual method is giving you 9. So there is difference between these two. So error, for error you need to make minimum minus f minimum q divided by f minimum q. So it is the fraction of error actually, and if you will calculate it, you will find it to be 0 not 0 but 017. So it is much at this time the error is much, because it is much more than the acceptable error, that is 0.001. So we will go to the second iteration. Second, in the second iteration what we will do, we will decide the 3 points, new 3 points. So we can see that here x1 is 1, it will be like here you can see 1, and on this point the value was 11. Okay, and the second point you have got this point 1.875 here somewhere, and here the value of function is 8.84, and another point after then you will find that this point x2 is 2. So here 2 this is, and 3 is this. So there is no question of taking this point, because it is its value is too much, so it cannot be minimum. So we will take only these 2 points, and we will change it. This will be x1, this will be x2, this time this will be x3, and at x2 the value is 8.8489, and at x2 the value is 9. The value is 9 here, it is coming 9 here. So you can see the trend now, it is like this. Definitely we are going towards the minimum, it is somewhere lying somewhere here. So with these new points, now we are getting, actually all these methods are for computer programming, it is not to be done manually like this, but to understand the concept you need to do it yourself on the calculator. So at these points we know the function values, there is no problem. F1 is 11, F2 is 8.84, 8.8489, and F3 is 9. So these 6 values are known to us, and now you come to quadratic approximation, these also need 6 values. So based on this formula you can put your numerical values here. So you will find this time a1 to be minus, okay, one more point to be done this before this, that we need to decide the, based upon this graphics you can say that our minimum is 1.875, and f the minimum value of the function is 8.8489. So these values will be needed for the for finding the error. So now we will calculate the a1 and a2 points, a1 and a2 values, and these are 2.4583 and this will be 3.6667, and based on these, if you will apply this these values to that formula min q by the quadratic formula, you will get the value to be this, and f when you will put this value in the function, you will find the function value will be this. So this way you are reducing the value of this function. Now find the error. The same formula you apply, minimum minus f minimum q by f minimum q. Absolute values are taken for the error because we are not interested in the sign. So it is still, it is error has reduced, but it is still more than the acceptable error. So you can see that you can compare the, in the second iteration the error is 0.007 and here it was like this. So you can see that how much error has reduced. Now we are coming to the iteration 3. Iteration 3. So again we are deciding our new points now. So the new points will be, as you can see, x1 will be 1, its value is 11 here, and now we have got a new point in between here. This point was already there here, 875, it was here, this point was here. In between these we have got a new point here which is giving us the minimum value. So this is the new point here, and here the value is this 8.7835. yes, this 8.7835, and on this point the value was 8.848. first we were considering this is the minimum, but after doing the iteration we got lower value than that. So this time we will take this x1, x2 and x3. So we can write it here, x1 is equal to 1, x2 is equal to 1.772 and x3 is equal to 1.875, and function values 11, f2 is 8.7835 and f3 is 8.848. Now based on these values we can decide our minimum. Now our minimum is very simple to find. This is our minimum because the function value is minimum. This out of these three values, our function value is minimum here. So now we will apply the quadratic approximation formula. Approximation formula, for example, means this formula a1, a2 and x optimum. So when you will put all these values in this, 6 values are needed for to decide this, and x I call it q to distinguish it. So you will, this time you will get 2.8682 and 4.008547, and minimum value you will get 7441, and when you will put this value in the function you will find it to be 8.775508. Now if you will find the error, f minimum minus f minimum q, f minimum q. So this is this you decided here, this you decided with the formula, and you will apply this thing here. You will get to it to be 0009. So it is less than. So here you can stop and you can say that our result is this, that x minimum is optimum point is 17441 and the minimum value of function is 8.775508. Now you can see that you can do this question. I mean to say, if you apply here the analytical method to solve this question, let's see what value we are getting for the minimum. So it is purely mathematical, not iteration or computer based. So this is your function, Now what you do in these methods, that you find the derivative of it, and it is minus 10 over x square, and you take it to the 0, and then you will get the point to be 0. X cube is equal to 5, and then you take this root, third root of this 5, and you will get the value to be. So this is your this is by your pure mathematical method, and this is by your, you can compare it by 1.7441. This is by iteration method, numerical method, and this is by pure mathematical, or this is called analytical method. So you can say that still there are errors, but you can reduce the error if you can take this error, acceptable error, like this, that you can take its value to be 0, 0, 0, means it is taken to be this much. So this way I hope that you understood this method, and it is called successive because we are doing iteration in it in succession. So thank you very much, students.